hear one more lame-o down-home saying. Ah!
Want to catch a rooster? Go where it crows. Doesn't do any good to close the barn door after the horses get out. Face it, Raimundo, he's all over you like stink on a skunk. It's buggier than a June bug?
Yeah, it's buggier than a June bug.
Dull as a sack of hammers. He looked as mad as a beaver in a petrified forest. I'll be a two-headed Texas rattler. Dojo, why are you acting jumpier than a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs? Wait, that thing moved faster than a turkey on Thanksgiving Day.
If it activates, Jack and Wuya will be all over it like Pichu flies on a sunberry blossom.
I can't understand a single word them folks is singing about, and I use the term singing mighty loosely.
Yeah, nice going, you two-faced think. I'd sooner kiss the backside of a mule. Nope. Still rather kiss the backside of a mule. This fella's slipperier than a greased pig in a sausage factory. Whoa, easy there, partner, or you'll go down like a rack of ribs. Whew, I thought my cousin Buford was big. I hate to see what that fella puts away for breakfast. Yeah, it's like a tiny little termite going up against a grizzly bear. We're all feeling lower than a snake's belly today. I think the sun's been baking your potato too long. You folks sound like you were kicked in the head by the family mule. She gets angrier than a cat in a hot tub of water. That's about as low down as a snake's belly button. It's slower than a three-legged cow in quicksand. I feel lower than a tick hugging a gopher's belly. I didn't get enough shut-eye to put the wag in a flea's tail. More tired than a five-legged bronco after a bucking contest. Something here smells funnier than beans night at a skunk diner. Those things are ornerier than a possum on possum pie day. I think you'd sooner tip a cow than milk it. Well, I'll be a day-old biscuit.
Well, you ain't as slow as dripping tar after all, but you're still thicker than a cut of Texas prime rib.
Well, at least I ain't as slippery as goat drool on an oil slick.
Yeah, and I'm not the one yellower than a slice of Auntie Clarabelle's lemon silk custard pie. He's about as appealing as a
Pillowcase full of polecats?
Oh, why don't you take your fancy hairdo and
Jump into Old Man Hickory's lake. But a raccoon don't change its stripes just by crossing a dirt road.
Besides, that Jack Spicer creep gives me the prairie scaries.
I tried to warn y'all. Once a varmint, always a varmint. Man, I feel more embarrassed than a mule at the Kentucky Derby. Poor little fella's gonna last as long as a dab of gravy on my Uncle Otis's lower lip. That Bubba is turning out points faster than a hen house turning out eggs.
I haven't seen so much biting and scratching since our last Thanksgiving.
Little feller has more pride than a dog has fleas. As rotten as roadkill in July. I'll be a goat's nanny. Wow, you've taken a Shaolin like a hog to mud. I feel hotter than a cooked pig at a Texas barbecue. The little cheese ball has always been straight as an arrow. Little feller seems scrappier than a two-headed cat at a dog show. Yeah, one time the little fella needs us, and we're about as useless as a catfish on a bicycle. What in the name of blueberry jam is that thing? Oh, sure, tractors and mystical flying transports are like two peas from the same pod. Easy there, partner. Or you're gonna wind up with more needles than Siamese porcupine. Poor little Omi's getting kicked around like a pigskin at a football game. Oh, this is gonna be easier than tipping heifers during a full moon.
But Chuck E. Chew is more slippery than...
Baby oinker in a pig catching contest?
Yeah!
I'll be a Texas road apple.
Do not feel sad, Dojo. At least you came in second.
Spicer's harder to grab than a greased pig at Bubba's House of Ham. Clouds are just like horses. When you fall off, you gotta get back on. Isn't that kind of like having a fistful of extra aces at the poker table?
Make your opponent scratch like a
hound dog with front row seats at a flea circus. Way to go, Kimiko. You're like the prize mule at the county fair.
Thanks?
Well, I'll be a one-legged bull at a square dance. This place is creepier than Auntie Mae giving herself a sponge bath.
Ew.
Yeah, you just made that up.